Hey y'all, and welcome to Stivers Homestead. I'm Zach, and we have a pretty serious video to talk about, but just because I don't know if we'll have another video out before the deadline comes, I just want to remind everybody that our Valentine's Day sale does end on the 15th, so if you want that discount, which is 15% off, $20 or more, and then you also get free shipping and the 15% off if you spend 50 or more. But tinctures are restocked, everything's back re-stocked. I just wanted to send that reminder. Let's get into this video. So we had a not so great weekend. I mean, we still had our normal stuff, but we had a real high and a real low over the weekend. So our milk cow, Daisy, she's a Jersey cow. She went into labor and she gave birth to a beautiful little baby boy that we named TK. You will get to meet him here very soon. Everything seemed to go fine, but then after that, she started having some difficulties a couple days later, like she was still in labor. So we did every option that we could. We exhausted all options, but unfortunately, I am sad to say that Daisy did pass after the labor, and she is no longer with us. If you know, Daisy was a very important cow to us. She was our milk cow, and we have had her for over 4 years now, which is pretty awesome and pretty amazing. She taught me everything I knew about milking. She was my first milk cow too, so we had quite the tight bond. So it doesn't go lightly that she passed away. Now, that being said, we don't know exactly what the reasoning behind it was, but it was definitely a complication from labor specifically, because that's what ended up taking her down. Now, Daisy, this was at least her 4th birth that she's had. She's had 3 on the farm, this one being the 3rd, but she was in milk when we got her, so she has at least had 1 baby before that. And they have all went fine. She hasn't had any issues and everything's been great. So I don't know what happened, but it was definitely something around the labor area that caused the issues. That being said, it made me think of a lot of things with cows, and it's a lot of stuff that we've talked about in the past. Cows are very, very big. She was over 1,000 pounds, and then when she passed, she turned into dead weight. It was like trying to pick up a truck. She was so heavy. So we've talked in the past, as a lot of you all are beginning into homesteading or getting into it or upgrading and expanding your farm into other livestock and different livestock, getting cows is not something that you should just make an easy decision on. Anytime we get an animal, the first thing that Jen and I talk about, like, if it dies, what are we going to do with it? And I know that might sound morbid to some, but it's a very important question to ask yourself, because not all animals are going to be alive when they leave your farm. They might die. Well, not might. They will. You will have animals die, point blank. You do come a little bit more, just used to it. Now, we don't have a lot of deaths on the farm, but to be a homesteader or farmer, you have to have some thicker skin and be able to understand that this is going to happen. But I had a tractor. So, like, we had a tractor, and we was like, well, if we do have a cow that passes, at least I know I'll be able to move it, because the tractor will be able to handle that size of a cow. If we didn't have that tractor, I don't know what would have happened. She actually died peacefully in the stall with her calf, but she died in a stall in our barn, not out in the field to where it would have been easier to move her. So we really had to maneuver her out of there to get her to her resting place. So what I'm getting at is, I don't know what we would have done if I didn't have my tractor. Like, it would have had to be some decisions of, and this is going to sound gross, but like cutting her up into smaller pieces so we could move her. But those are things, as a homesteader, I feel like we don't talk about a whole lot. That's a lot of stuff that we don't think about it happening, because we're like, oh, that shouldn't happen to us. So my plea to you all is, if you are getting animals, make sure that you're able to handle them in all their scenarios, including death, and what you would do with that body. Now, there are companies and there are agricultural departments that can help take care of the carcass and the body and the remains to process them appropriately. You still got to get them there. Most of these people aren't coming to get them, and if they are, that's a large charge. So just make sure that you have the appropriate means to take care of your animal in any situation. But I am saddened to say that Daisy has passed along, but where there's death, there's life. And so I want y'all to meet TK.
Ow.
Oh, everybody.
Ow. Oh, your feet are very heavy. Very heavy, little boy.
So meet TK. Our new bottle baby bull calf.
He's a sweetheart.
He is. So he's definitely, I think he's Hank's.
I don't think he is. I don't know though.
Well, let's see when he gets a little bit older.
Yeah.
We had, if you're new around here, we had several cow. And we moved past from them. We got rid of them and took them because we wanted to downsize. But we had a Angus Jersey bull and a mini Hereford bull. And so he could be either. Mixed with Daisy, the Jersey cow.
Shelby, she was Hank's, and she was darker, more red. She had white on her. He doesn't have any of that.
Yeah. You're right. He doesn't have any of the white that Hank had, so there very, very well could be a little Angus in him. Which, if that's the case, he'll be a fantastic steer one day. But yeah, so Daisy did have TK. By the way, TK short for Toby Keith.
Yes, that was my idea. I wanted to name him Toby, and then I was like, or you said TK.
I said TK,
yeah.
You said Toby. So yeah, so we went with TK. He's a sweet little boy. He took onto the bottle real fast. Actually, a lot easier than baby goats have in the past. He is our first bottle baby calf.
Not our first bottle baby.
No, not our
We've
first
had many bottle baby goats.
Yeah. But
and yeah, he's the first calf though.
Yeah, but he's doing really well. Right now, I just kind of hold him because he's all over the place. But when it comes to the bottle, he's doing absolutely fantastic.
And he's very strong.
He is.
Very healthy. He came out that way. He's very smart too.
Yeah.
Other of our baby animals have not been this.
Especially boys.
Yeah.
And that's actually a proven fact when you're having babies of any kind. The boys seem to be a little bit slower when it comes to nursing, when it comes to walking, when it comes to just figuring out life in general. The girls seem to pick up pretty quick. But he acts like a female, like how he's picked up on things really quick, which has been nice.
Yeah.
But he's down here in our birthing stall for now because it's right beside our house. We definitely don't want him in here for a long period of time, because we want him to be with the other animals.
But don't worry, he's not lonely.
No, he's not.
He's been playing with the kids. The kids love him. He loves the kids. He loves us, obviously. We're the source of food. But I think we look really big to him, and the kids are like his size, so he really likes that.
Yeah, he gets the zoomies going on, which the kids enjoy, and it's fun. But yeah, I mean, he's a good, healthy, big boy. It sucks that you have to, sometimes there's death and then there's life and then it's just this constant circle of life that you deal with when you're on a homestead. But it's about appreciating the good, learning from, if you can, the death. Like I said, that one, really nothing else we could have done. I mean, we absolutely did everything. You're just sometimes going to have those complications.
He's almost got this down.
Yeah, he is going to town on this bad boy.
No, okay.
I don't like that, Mom.
I got to teach you a little.
Where you going?
Want the rest?
So yeah, so we're down to TK and Shelby, which was Daisy's calf from last year. She is a female, obviously, but she's a mini Hereford mixed with a Jersey. She's just funny looking, and she moves like crazy. The hope is, it was always the plan that she would end up being a future milk cow, but she's not bred or anything, so we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, we still are in the cattle business. You got it dry. There's no more. There's no more. There's no more.
We'll get more later. Sweet boy. I know.
TK. Why you hiding? There you are.
He's looking.
Hey. Them big old eyeballs.
Oh, on my toes.
He said, "Where's the udder?"
I know.
Where's the udder? Hey, well,
circles.
Come on, Mom. Ring around the rose.
Oh,
You're funny. There's no udder there.
You had it now.
So I kind of gave him my philosophy of, I think it was just kind of labor and there's nothing else we can do. But do you have any thoughts on like what you think was going on with Daisy?
I'm not sure what you said.
It doesn't matter. You say whatever you think.
Okay. My initial thought was there was a twin that potentially got stuck. That wasn't the case. I don't know how many graphic details he gave, but we were in.
And I didn't give any.
Okay, well, we were in.
Shoulder deep.
Yeah, there was nothing there. So then I was thinking retained placenta, which it could be, but it doesn't really make sense that it took her down that fast. That should be a longer process. But every situation's different. All I know is all the advice that we got, we did everything we could. And yeah, she had everything that she could have had to succeed, and just tragedy didn't allow that to happen.
Yeah, I would say, you know, like the reason that oh my gosh. The reason we're counting those things out is because there was no foul smell. There wasn't anything that was like rotten inside of her, or anything like that. Whatever was going on was active and live, but it was causing her pain. It could have definitely been something when she had him. You know, it could have been something that happened in her insides.
Birth trauma.
My
assumption.
Right. Which there's not much you can do when it happens that quick. And once a cow goes down, if you can't get it up, it's kind of like a goat with diarrhea. Like you either got to get the problem fixed quick, or unfortunately the worst case scenario will happen, and that was kind of the situation here. But life, death, it's part of homesteading. It's tough, especially when it's an animal that you're connected with, like a dairy cow, the family dairy cow. But we'll move past this as well. We do have little TK to take care of now.
Playing with a kitten.
Right, so we still have the memory of Daisy, and we always will, especially because we have Shelby too. But she was a good girl. Like I said, she taught us how to be in the dairy cow area.
Yeah.
And
she was very gracious with us.
Yeah, well, sometimes. She tried to kill me a few times. But you know, there's a lot of learnings with Daisy, so it's just part of it. Like I said, remember, whenever you get an animal, make sure that you have the means to take care of it no matter what, including death, and you know how to do that. We just want to make sure you're prepared, because the day's stressful enough because you lost an animal you love. You don't want it to be more stressful because you don't know what to do with it. So that's kind of the main story here, and wanted to introduce TK to you all. Yeah.
Well, has jury duty now.
I do have to go to jury duty. Come on, man.
He's got mud all over him.
I'm going in this way too, because I'm a homesteader.
As soon as you get home, we got more chores to do. So
right.
Don't get all fancy and change your clothes.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. But that is it. Reminder, like I said at the beginning of the video, the Valentine's Day sale does end on the 15th. So if you want to get any of those discounts with the tinctures and stuff that we have, now's the time to do it, because it's going to be the cheapest that it's going to be for a little bit. But other than that, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button.
Love y'all.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.